What kind of stuff are they giving you the most trouble about in terms of censorship? Nudity or
like
lying?
waking up.
Just getting out of bed in the morning?
They just have it in their minds that they want to hire somebody, but they don't want any communication made. You know, they want to like make you into something. I don't know. It's like, I guess it goes into white homes. They're worried about that a lot.
What do they? Yeah, you know, it's funny. Gwen Barrett, our associate producer, or sometime producer, is black. You know, and Carmen Matias is Hispanic.
You have to be colored to be on television.
Yeah, colored.
Yes, you can't be black. You have to have a little colored in there, just a taste.
Tad.
Yeah, just to keep it interesting for America.
Yeah. Well, she said, we were talking about your humor, that your humor offends white people, and I'm not that easily offended. Like, I'm not coming from a spot where Richard Pryor is going to offend me. I think you have humor that makes us see a lot of the truth and laugh at things we wouldn't normally laugh at. I think that's part of what you're doing. What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
What's up, people? How are you guys doing today? Welcome to the new stream of the new year. And as you guys can see, I did a little upgrading. From last time we had the stream. And well, I want to thank my patrons for helping support the upgrades, and you'll see quite a few in a moment and later. Fucking thirstiness. Fucking good ass water. And so, how's everybody New Year's been? I know I streamed, what was that, Saturday, and like this is my first stream back to let me see if I can actually do that. This is my first stream back to you guys. New year, new term. The Guardians have returned. Yes. So everybody who's a Guardian, stand up. I'm sorry, I'm just being silly today. Yeah. It's a new year, fucking new day. Still same old bullshit. Oh God. Oh, I would have started streaming earlier, but just checking in on a couple of people, making sure that making sure that things are all set up. Eventually you guys are gonna see more of my artwork back in the background. Yeah, you see what's out there now. Change up a few things. Got the new lighting. I don't know if you guys can actually see it clearly, but got the new lighting in the background. This is like one of those things where my supporters actually help. We had an interesting weekend for the motherfuckers that wanted to force the vote. So, how did that turn out for you guys? You wanted to force the vote and make sure that Nancy Pelosi paid for her speakership. Yeah, those conservative Democrats really fucked you guys over, didn't they? But thank you for the squad, and I sent out a tweet. Thank you for the squad for getting rid of that PAYGO bullshit that would have actually helped Medicare for all. I'm just saying. You want to make sure Medicare for all has a stand. PAYGO was a big hindrance to that. Now we have to deal with this seniority. But you know, doing the shit in the background versus doing shit up front to, you know, please some jack off pothead comedian, like, you know, which one is more effective? Oh yeah, doing the shit in the background that actually got a concession to remove the PAYGO bullshit. But anyway, guys, anyway. I want to take this time to thank everybody who's actually come and just made it where people are enjoying my videos. It's just one of those things where it's just like, wow, damn it, great. I want to thank everybody who's been effective in helping to spread my videos, and I couldn't do it without you guys. Like it's just one of those things where it's just thank you guys, because it's really been helping my channel out a lot. I've almost doubled my growth in the last 3 months, and I know, going up to the 400 mark, it is a doubling. It for some people, gaining 130 subs over the course of 3 months is just like a drop in a bucket. But I want to let you guys know that I really fucking appreciate you guys' help and you guys' growth, and even the comments on my videos where I disagree or don't agree. I just want to thank you guys for that. That being said, yeah, let's get into a few videos and let's see what we do this evening. And I always actually have so much shit like coming up. So let's talk about Mr. Obvious. Mr. Obvious, I've had a couple of videos on my channel, and he's clown world bullshit, or it's just doesn't make sense, some of the shit that a lot of these guys believe, because they need to own the libs and make people mad and all this other crazy bullshit. So we're gonna actually hear from Mr. Obvious and see what he says about the elections. Oh, by the way, the Electoral College has confirmed Joe Biden as president-elect. I don't know. Numbers don't add up. Well, Mr. Obvious, let's see your take on this shit.
This is the image that should change the entire election. In this video, I am going to tell you nothing but facts, figures, and statistics. It is up to you to come to your own conclusion. This image displays the statistics of Obama, Biden, and Trump's elections.
All right, so as you tankies would know, and I know some tankies still watch my shit, Mr. Joseph Silence said that there are lies, damn lies, and statistics. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of these motherfuckers so cherry pick fucking numbers. It's fucking unbelievable. And so you hear well, how did Joe Biden win more votes than Obama? How did this happen? Fuck. Here, look at me. You right-wing guys. People don't like Trump. That's the thing. So they would vote against him like they voted against Hillary Clinton. What? No. God King Emperor Trump. People may not like him. What? But let's go.
Let's compare them. When Obama became president in 2008, he got 69 million votes. Now let's compare those votes to Biden and Trump. Obama got 69 million votes, Biden got 81 million votes, and Trump got 74 million votes. Already it is impressive that Trump has beaten Obama's record. Not only that,
it's almost as if when the time marches on, more people register to vote and more people are eligible to vote. What? No. But let's continue.
somehow Biden has gotten more votes than anybody in human history. Many people have declared that Biden won the election because he got so many votes. Clearly, the American people must want Joe Biden to be president. However, if you...
Or maybe they don't want Trump to be president. Maybe, just like, I don't know, economic downturn, motherfucking mishandling of pandemic, you know, starting to try to launch World War III at the beginning of 2020. The constant, you know, liberal thing of he's Mr. Racist, so he's bad. Like, maybe people just didn't like Trump and they came out to vote against him. But let's continue.
Look at the further numbers, you're going to see a very different picture. Obama won 873 counties. This allowed him to win the presidency. Meanwhile, Trump got 2,497 counties, an overwhelming historical amount of counties, representing largely almost everywhere in America except big cities. Now surely, you must be thinking, Biden's counties...
Wait, what? So, you acknowledge that, hey, so many counties voted for Trump's, except for big cities. Let's see. Ooh. Look. God damn. Ooh, goddamn. Ooh, that's just delicious. Ooh. 306. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm just fucking going crazy. Now, if you want to look at it, Joe Jorgensen, wow. Okay. When you actually look at it, if you look at wins by county, a county, there can be more people in a fucking county, in one big ass county. Say like, I don't know, Cook County. Or, I don't know, whatever county that Detroit is in. Or whatever county Philadelphia is in. If they have more votes, they can outweigh the county. One county can outweigh the state. New York City, it has, 3 million people? That can outweigh, one county can outweigh the rest of the counties in the fucking state by the number of people. So let's look by county. Oh, that's just delicious. Oh, God, that's just delicious. Oh, God. Do they have county? County? Oh, no county breakdown. No county breakdown. Oh, God, they don't have county breakdown. Let's look Let's look somewhere else. USA Today, political. Oh, they may have it a political. Oh, God. Oh. I'm just moist thinking about the 306 landslide electoral votes. Oh, God. Oh. Political. Oh. Yes. Oh. Oh. No, they don't have a breakdown by county. Anyway, but let's let her hear. Let's let him talk about this shit.
Must be the same or bigger than Obama's. After all, Biden got more votes. If you thought this, you would be wrong. Biden actually got 477 counties.
Great Scott!
Yes, folks.
If there are more, it's going back to what I just said, if there are more people in one county, we vote by state, you jackass. If one county can outweigh the rest of the counties in the state, guess who wins the state? Now, if you want to vote by, I don't know, just popular demand, we can do that too. But let's continue.
You heard that right. Trump got 2,497 counties, and Biden got 477 counties. Now, the picture gets even more confusing when you look further.
No, it doesn't get confusing. I mean, like if you're cherry picking, of course it's confusing. But when you just look at raw numbers, it's not confusing, motherfucker. Well, let's continue.
Obama won 18 out of 19 bellwether counties. But what is a bellwether county anyway? According to Google search, election bellwether counties in the United States are counties that vote in alignment with the country as a whole in the United States presidential elections, so that only the county votes for the candidate who ultimately wins the election. NPR.org explains it a little bit better. The all-or-nothing bellwether. These are states or counties that choose the national winner every time. Missouri fits this definition. So do 6 counties that have matched the national vote in every presidential election since 1960. In other words, if you win a bellwether county, you win. Knowing
Wait, you really think that's what that means? Wait, oh my god, oh my god. There are electrical trends, but there are not fucking electoral rules. Yes, you can lose a bellwether county. It's not a. This is not fucking capture the flag, my guy. Just because you capture that one point, you can't spread your message of fascism across the fucking country. It literally means that it is a marker. But again, you're not talking about winning the state. You're talking about winning a county. You're not talking about winning the population. You're talking about winning a county, my guy. For real, dog? For real? Fuck. Let's continue.
this, it should be obvious that Biden must have won more bellwether counties than Trump, as losing would mean that winning is impossible. How many bellwether counties did Biden win? Can you take a guess?
It doesn't matter. He won the popular votes in each of the fucking states.
If you guessed 18 out of 19 bellwether counties, you would be wrong. Biden actually won 1 out of 19 bellwether counties. It is Trump who won 18 out of 19 bellwether counties. Something doesn't add up.
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
After
It doesn't make sense because you're actively cherry picking different things. I don't give a fuck. Like, if you believe that fucking aliens came down and, you know, they lived, motherfuckers, to fucking, to actually vote for Biden. That's not the thing. More people voted for Biden in each of the fucking states. It happened. More people voted in Georgia. More people voted in Pennsylvania, Michigan. Motherfucking more people voted in motherfucking, like, Wisconsin, Minnesota, New York. Like, literally. Here, let's look up that fucking map again. Just because land doesn't fucking vote. It doesn't. It doesn't fucking vote. Here, look. Washington, Joe Biden had more votes. Oregon, Joe Biden had more votes. California, Joe Biden had more votes. Nevada, Joe Biden had more votes. Arizona, Joe Biden had more votes. And I'm fuck. Just because you see this big ass swath of red right here, there are places in this area where there is nobody fucking living. Now, do you want to actually say that, hey, it shouldn't matter because Texas, Florida, like literally, my guy, I have to tell you this. I have to fucking tell you this. When it comes down to it, when it fucking comes down to it, more people voted in Minnesota. More people voted in Wisconsin. More people voted in Michigan to elect Joe motherfucking Biden. By the way, that time down clock on Bully Biden always coming down. It's coming down. So I want you guys to know that motherfucker is coming. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, fuck. Let's continue.
After all, Bellwether counties always predict the winner. I'm afraid it only gets worse. Now let's talk about major swing states. Swing states are states that may go for Republicans or Democrats in an election. In the 2020 election, there were a number of major swing states. Obama won Florida, Ohio, and Iowa. These were critical to winning the presidency, as they had many electoral votes. Since Biden was the winner of the presidential election of 2020, clearly he must have won Florida, Ohio, and Iowa. Unfortunately,
Wait. Oh my God. No. He is not doing this shit. He's picking some random data ass points to literally say, this is a swing state. This is a swing state. Swing states, again, like bellwether counties, are not some absolute marker of fucking winning. They're not, motherfucker. They're not. There's something that people point to say, hey, this is the way things go. But is he said, like, this is what I don't get. In 2016, Minnesota was a swing state. Michigan was a swing state. Wisconsin was a swing state. Pennsylvania was a swing state. Like, this is selective as fucking, it's just selective as motherfucking cherry picking to say, well, you didn't do this, so it's illegitimate. No, you fuck. Oh God, you idiot. Why do you think this way? But let's go.
Unfortunately, he did not. As you may have guessed, Trump won Florida, Ohio, and Iowa. Now, by now you're probably thinking, how's all this possible? Obama won House seats, while Biden lost House seats. Trump won House seats. And now we look at the big picture. Obama and Trump have very comparable results. Obama won 18 out of 19 bellwether counties. Trump won 18 out of 19 bellwether counties. Obama won Florida, Ohio, and Iowa. Trump won Florida, Ohio, and Iowa. Both of them won House seats. Both of them.
It's almost as if people didn't like Trump, you dumbass.
Have a understandable number of counties. Democrats tend to live in big cities, which have higher populations, so it would make sense that a Democrat Obama won fewer counties and that a Republican like Trump won more counties. Somehow, Biden not only lost all bellwether states,
he just fucking proved his point. He literally just proved his point. Wow. It's almost as if you get more people in big cities to vote for you. It's almost as if that can really fucking change an election. If you get key big cities in each fucking state, it's almost as if that can actually change the course of a fucking election. It is a reason why. It is a fucking reason why Biden has 81 million fucking votes. And now you're going to say, it's like, how did he get so many votes? Like, literally, this is unprecedented. The election participation in the fucking country for 2020 was 60%, when it's usually fucking 40%. So let's actually look at that shit. No, we can't go back to you. I'm sorry. We can't go back to you. I'm gonna need a couple minutes from just 306 to 239. Oh God, I'm sorry. Fuck. Is it participation? Election participation rates. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Pull up the article. Participation rates. 2000 and look, watch this. 2008, 57%. 2012, 54%. 2016, 59%. In 2020, 66.4 to 72.1%. This is fucking unheard of. That is close to record amounts of, people that could vote. If we go back to other times, that this wasn't exactly a representative of how many people that should have been able to vote. But we're not gonna say that. We're not gonna have that conversation. But it's almost as if population goes up over time, and people were ideally available to vote in this election, especially with a lot of fucking mail. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. I'm sorry. I may have to change my pants after we finish this one section. But let's continue.
Of the bellwether counties, and had even less counties than Obama, and lost House seats, but somehow got way more votes than Barack Obama. Somehow, Joe Biden won the presidency, defying all logic and math.
College mathematician.
Wait, how did that defy math? He just had more people that didn't like Trump. My vote wasn't for Joe Biden. My vote was against fucking Trump. It's almost as if, like, I didn't like the bastard. Oh my God. It's almost as if I didn't like Trump. Oh my God. It's like we had a political movement to say, like, fuck the people that was in the White House right now and fuck everybody who supports that particular person. And you're right. You're right, Mr. Obvious. The Democrats should have picked up House and Senate seats, but they were too fucking feckless and weak and spineless to actually capitalize on saying, like, yo, Trump and all these other Republicans are just trying to fuck you over. But the Republicans are our friend. Yeah, you're right. They should have won more. It's almost as if people voted against Trump and didn't care about the other shit. What? No. But let's continue.
Working to make every vote count, and now she's suing the state of Kansas to do it.
Only on 41 Action News, Shannon Halligan found out why she thinks recent election results just don't add up.
Don't understand why those patterns are there. The patterns are very definitely real, but we don't know what's causing them or why they're there.
If you're still
Wait, that just sounds so taken out of context. I can tell you why. I can tell you why people voted against Trump. This is why. This is why people voted against Trump. This is why. This is why people voted against Trump. This is why. This is why. This is why people voted against Trump. This is why. Because he didn't fucking handle a pandemic. And it was known that he knew how fucking dangerous it was. And he didn't do shit about it. This is why. Because he says the president should be held accountable for everything that goes wrong when it was Obama. But when it came to him, it was every fucking excuse in the world. Oh, yeah. In all the fucking, like, incompetencies, criminal indictments, firing people, and, the war crime that he actually committed at the beginning of the year of 2020. And, the fact that, he's just an unbelievably unpopular prick to anybody that doesn't have their head shoved up his ass looking for boot leather to lick. That's why. That's why. But fuck, let's continue.
still not convinced that there are questions that need answers, consider the following. Joe Biden turns a century of election data on its head. Consider these simple facts. For nearly 150 years, every president who has gained votes in a re-election campaign has also won re-election. Trump gained 11 million more votes than 2016, but Biden somehow overcame those odds. Trump won the highest share of minority voters for a GOP candidate since 1960. Trump grew his...
Wait. So. It's almost as if what we had a massive push for mail-in voting, where more people can actually vote, and it was easier to vote instead of in ridiculously long lines. More people voted for the Democrat. I'm just saying, we looked over the election participation rates It's almost as if when more people come out to vote, they vote Democrat. The Trump won the highest share of minority votes. It still wasn't a majority. Like, yeah, you did better, but it still wasn't a majority. If more people fucking voted and you still can't capitalize on the majority of those votes, it doesn't fucking matter. But let's continue.
Support among black voters by 50% over 2016. Biden's support among
Wait. He grew his support among black voters. Yeah, it went from 10 to 20%. That's still not a majority, and it's barely a plurality. I wouldn't even say it's a plurality. Let's continue.
Black voters fell below 90%, the level below which Democrat presidential candidates usually lose. Biden shattered the popular vote record while winning a record low of 17% of counties. Biden is set to become the first president in 60 years to lose Ohio and Florida on his way to the election.
So, okay, we can say that about when George Bush won in 2000. He was the first Republican president not to win Illinois, but still actually sort of win the election. Like, we can say this. In the county bullshit, if you carry more people in the county, in one county, that offsets the differences in the state, it doesn't fucking matter. But let's continue.
Biden is set to become the second president in 168 years to lose Ohio, Florida, and Iowa. Biden under.
But so it's a precedent already. It's almost as if Ohio, Florida, they don't have the 270 votes. It's not like if you lose those, you can't get 270 votes for the Electoral College. You can, you stupid motherfucker. Well, let's continue.
Underperformed Hillary Clinton across the country, except for in a few cities: Milwaukee, Detroit, Atlanta, and Philadelphia. Republicans won across the country, but Biden somehow beat Trump. Republicans won 27 out of 27 House toss-ups, while keeping.
Again, this goes more against your case than for it, because you're literally saying that, hey, the Democrats were so fucking talented and so fucking skillful to actually win the presidential election, but lose House seats.
Keeping the Senate majority and winning more state House chambers. No incumbent who has received 75% of the primary vote has ever lost re-election. Trump won 94% of the primary vote, which is the fourth highest of all time. In fact, Trump is only one of 5 incumbents since.
Wait, the primary vote, which he ran pretty much uncontested. Wow, those motherfucking cherries are starting to get smaller and smaller, aren't they?
1912 to receive more than 90% of the primary vote. Trump set a record for the most primary votes received by a sitting president in history.
Primary. Again, this is primary for an incumbent president. Like, he was basically running unopposed. He should have been opposed. He definitely should have been opposed. But, oh God, this is almost over.
With more than 18 million votes. The purpose of this video is not to dispute or make conclusions about the 2020 election. It is simply to ask you a very simple question. Do these numbers add up? I'll let you, the viewer, decide for yourself.
Yes, they add up. They fucking add up. Oh my God. Like, people like this are playing on their audience's fears. It's fucking unbelievable. I will tell you this. In the end, Trump lost. And I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry. I get it. You want to feel like you're attached to something bigger and you're trying to own the libs. But in reality, your boy's an idiot. When you get caught Yeah, it's not. I save that for later. I save that for later. Anyway, your boy's an idiot. He didn't know how to fucking govern. The reality TV show host who had multiple failing business didn't know how to govern a country. Who would have fucking thought? God damn. Oh. But anyway, guys. Ugh, this is fucking ridiculous. I don't fucking get it. Like, how do people not see this shit? Like, for real. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, how do people not see that shit? Like, wow. Anyway, so you guys tell me, um, how is everybody doing? Like, are you falling for the grift? Are you still like I don't know, like yeah, it's kind of weird where we're at right now, and I know it's January the 4th, and we're going for another formal ceremonial thing that's happening um with the electoral college, and as soon as that shit is over, like fucking Mike Pence is like piecing the fuck out of the country for a while. That shit is fucking crazy. Oh, like even Trump's vice president is just like, we fucking going. Oh wow. Like wow, yeah, that shit is fucking crazy. Um shit, some of the normal people that we have in the chat aren't here today. It's all right. It's all right. But shit, my weekend was actually pretty fucking tame this weekend. I was actually working on some I was actually working on some art, and it's fucking unbelievable. Um yeah, fucking unbelievable. So anyway it goes, like, yeah, I actually got my $600 stimulus check, which was actually pretty cool. I was able to take care of some business I need to take care of. I also trying to make sure that I do a few other things, but at least over the weekend I didn't kind of worry about this stuff. Like, it was like politics. I needed to take a little bit of a break. I know I tried to release videos out for you guys, and I might eventually do this and shit like that, where I cut up the videos, so you guys can actually don't have to um, feel like you're missing out when I do my live streams. By the way, I'm gonna actually stick to a better live stream schedule where I'm gonna do Mondays, Wednesdays, and a gaming stream on Saturday, and maybe an additional politics stream on Sunday, for you guys, so you guys can actually watch. It's just one of those things where I um I enjoy doing it for you guys and making sure that you guys can actually see me and actually watch some of the things that and just like enjoy the content. It's been a crazy week since I released that. Like, while I was on stream, like, this is a funny fucking thing. While I was on stream, it was kind of I knew like that Jimmy Dore video was actually gonna cause me some shit. But oh my god, like, I didn't expect the people to be so fucking upset about the shit, and it was fucking crazy. And it's like, y'all guys know, like, I don't shy away from the shit that I feel about things, right? Y'all know that, right? Y'all know I'm not gonna be an asshole. I'm not gonna be like, tell it how it is just because but I'm not gonna shy away from my opinion. That's why you come to the channel. And like, if these incel motherfuckers don't bother me, you think some person that says you're a shield for the fuck, I literally have videos on my channel where I'm saying fuck the Democratic establishment. The motherfucker linked me as part of a shield for Nancy Pelosi and a friend of Nancy Pelosi. And it's like, dude, why do you have this essentialist ass argument about either you with us or you against us? Like, that's got to be the dumbest thing to actually do. Where you think that because somebody doesn't want to follow your plan of action, then they must be your enemy. That's fucking unbelievable. But speaking about if you're not with me, you're against me. Yeah, like, let's actually address that shit. So, Mr. Trump, we want to actually address some things with you. Here's the thing. After January the 20th, motherfucker needs to be brought up on charges of intimidation and extortion. Or is it extortion? I don't know the legal terms. But motherfucker is doing some shit illegal. And the person who is known for recording shit to use it against people, well, he just got his motherfucking ass handed to him. What do they say? You live by the sword, you die by the sword? Fuck. Let's hear Trump in his interesting conversation to the Georgia Secretary of State. Come on, play.
At Express Scripts Pharmacy, we're 100% committed to making pharmacy better. That takes true.
Yeah, no. Let's skip. Skip. All right, so let's hear this shit.
We have won this election in Georgia based on all of this, and there's nothing wrong with saying that, Brad. You know, I mean, having a correct. The people of Georgia are angry, and these numbers are going to be repeated on Monday night, along with others that we're going to have by that time, which are much more substantial even. And the people of Georgia are angry. The people of the country are angry, and there's nothing wrong with saying.
So, wait. This fucker, instead of actually just admitting that he's upset about the shit, instead of actually saying like, yo, like, I'm upset about the shit, the people of Georgia are angry. The people of Georgia doesn't give one flying fuck about you being angry, Trump. That's the reason why they fucking voted you out. And by the way, fucker, are you just trying to intimidate a politician because they don't want to do the shit that you want to actually want them to do? Well, fuck. Let's continue.
Saying that, you know, that you've recalculated.
Well, Mr. President, the challenge that you have is the data you have is wrong.
Bam! Bam! Fucking called it. This is how you deal with a petulant child. Fucking petulant man-child who's only thing that he's done is ran a family small business and still fucking failed at that. You just call him out. It's wrong. Now, he's a Republican, so they have a lot of, well, you know, we listen to their leader, whoever the leader has to be. Inside of every Republican, sycophant is a petty dictator. And every petty dictator is a sycophant that got his term. But at this point, you have to just call it like, literally, this call was done on January the 2nd. There have been recounts in Georgia. There were literal recounts in Georgia. This is no. Well, let's continue.
Now, Do you think it's possible that they shredded ballots in Fulton County? Because that's what the rumor is.
Who is giving you this rumor? That shit is just fucking crazy. There are no fucking rumors. But you're creating that rumor, Trump. You're creating that rumor because, you know what? It makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. People didn't hate me. They must have done something bad because people said that they loved me. Fuck, no. Nobody needs to shred your ballots. Motherfucker, look. This is the reason why people actually didn't vote for you and voted against you. This is the fucking reason why, Trump. Look at that. Look at that, motherfucker. This is why. This is why they voted against you. But let's continue.
And also that Dominion took out machines. That Dominion is really moving fast to get rid of their machinery. Do you know anything about that?
Dominion is removing the machines. Dominion is moving it. Why would they remove the machines? They should have removed the shit. If they did some shit illegal, they would have removed it the next fucking day. Wait, this is January the 2nd. And now, even after recounts, it's almost as if they had the proof that nothing fucking shady was going on. But you still have an issue. Let's let them continue.
Because that's illegal.
This is Ryan, Germany. No, Dominion has not moved any machinery out of Fulton County. We're having.
Well, but have they moved? Have they moved the inner parts of the machines and replaced them with other parts?
So, like, somebody clearly the attorney for the Secretary of State clearly jumps in and says, "No, that's not what happened." Then he immediately jumps to the next conclusion. Now, mind you, they know they're recording this shit. Like, they know they're recording this shit. They know that they're actually coming out and saying that, no, we gonna put this motherfucking tape out. Like, of course they know they're doing this shit. But if the fact is, like, you hear this unhinged fucking petty dictator wannabe lunatic sit back and come up and make unfounded, incredulous fucking accusations because he can't realize that people think Orange Man bad. Fuck.
No.
You sure, Ryan?
I'm sure.
You should want to have an accurate election.
They had recounts, motherfucker. An accurate election doesn't mean Trump wins. That does not what it means. It literally means we count all the votes and make sure that the right person gets their vote by what it says on the fucking ballot, you dumbass.
And you're a Republican.
So, wait. Does that mean I'm a Republican, so Trump should automatically win? No, fuck, that's not what that means. Wait, let's continue.
We believe that we do have an accurate election.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't.
Wait. Why don't they have an accurate election? I'm just lost at that one. Why don't they have an accurate election, Trump? Please explain.
You don't have. Not even close. You're off by hundreds of thousands of votes.
Wait, how are they up? Let's go here again. Let's go here again. Georgia. How? How did they have off by hundreds of thousands of votes? How? Is it because the brown people voted? Is that what it is, Trump? Because the brown people voted. Brown people shouldn't vote in your eyes. That's what it really is. The brown people voted because they didn't like you. Except for when you get more people who are when you get more people of color that likes you, that's the only time that they fucking, when they voted for you, that's the only time that they count. But other than that, brown people don't need to vote, right? Fuck. Let's go.
You know what they did, and you're not reporting it. That's a criminal offense.
Citation, please. Fuck. What criminal offense did they do? I mean, like, we know Trump, you are like a criminal. You are doing criminal shit right now. But what criminal offense did they actually fucking, commit? But let's continue.
And you can't let that happen. That's a big risk to you and to Ryan, your lawyer. That's a big risk. But they are shredding ballots, in my opinion, based on what I've heard, and they are.
He just said it. They're shredding ballots, in my opinion, and then switched it up immediately to based on what I've heard. Like, he had to actually move it from himself because they're not giving him the automatic authority in carte blanche and divine command theory because he's a president. And then he has to actually move it to the populace because reasons. But let's continue.
Removing machinery, and they're moving it as fast as they can, both of which are criminal fines, and you can't let it happen.
Again, the election was in the beginning of November. It is now January, almost 60 days from the time of the election. I'm sorry, Trump. Motherfuckers can move shit around a lot quicker than 60 fucking days.
And you are letting it happen. I'm notifying you that you're letting it happen.
Ooh, we were put on notice by Trump. Ooh, the fuck out of here, dude.
So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state.
Now, I'm sorry. That sounds a little suspicious. Let me just bring up my calculator app. They need to find 11,780. So if we actually do the math, 2473633 minus 2461854. Dollars to donuts, that it is 11,779. I bet you that's what it is. I bet you that's what it is. Wait, what? What? The exact number that he actually needs to tie with Joe Biden +1. What? It's almost as if Donald Trump is telling somebody to do election fraud to find him votes. What? No. Donald Trump wouldn't do that because he hates election fraud. He wouldn't do that shit. Why would he do that? No, he wouldn't do that because Donald Trump is the law and order president. Fuck out of here.
So tell me, Brad, what are we going to do? We won the election, and it's not fair to take it away from us like this. And it's going to be very costly in many ways.
That's a fucking threat. How do people, like, dude, this is fucking vote racketeering.
And I think you have to say that you're going to re-examine it, and you can re-examine it, but re-examine it with people that want to find answers, not people that don't want to find answers.
Wait. What is these answers that these people want to find? Like, what is it? Like, what are they going to find? I don't fucking get it. Like, what answers are they going to find? God. Okay, so Lewis, this is the reason why we care. Here's the thing. Because this motherfucker is incompetent, and there are already GOP motherfuckers that are a little less bullhorn, a little more dog whistly, and slightly more competent. This is why we need to call this shit out. So, yeah. Besides, like, it's just fun laughing at motherfuckers. This is the magnum opus of MAGA tears and copium. That's what this is. Trump is huffing on that fucking copium. But let's continue.
For instance, I'm hearing Ryan, and he's probably, I'm sure, a great lawyer and everything, but he's making statements about those ballots that he doesn't know. But he's making them with such, he did make them with surety, but now I think he's less sure, because the answer is they all went to Biden. And that alone wins us the election by a lot. You know, so.
Mr. President, you have people that submit information, and we have our people that submit information, and then it comes before the court. And
oh, wow. This is a, I don't know, reference to the almost 60 court cases. I'm just saying, like, 60 court cases, and things have been dismissed or even withdrawn by Trump's fucking own legal team. But let's continue.
The court then has to make a determination. We have to stand by our numbers. We believe our numbers are right.
Well, under law, you're not allowed to give faulty election results, okay? You're not.
So, reference back to the previous part of the call when you told him to just find votes by looking to count for people who are looking for things. Like, this is the perfect encapsulation of just what this dumb fucker actually, like, really is. He doesn't recognize his hypocrisy of what he's asking, what he's telling people, where he literally wants to make it where, well, it's okay when I do it because fucking reasons. Everybody else, I can gesture to a hypocrisy, I can gesture to something that's fucking wrong, but because I want this and I want this now, then of course it's not hypocrisy because, you know, reasons. I am so glad this petty dictator is actually going to eventually be put out on his ass on January the 20th. And I want this motherfucker to run away so he wouldn't be there on the inauguration thing, because he is a fucking loser. He's a fucking crybaby. And nothing is never his fault except for when it is. Because here's the thing. This is the reason why Trump lost. Because he's fucking incompetent. And people like living. So when you don't handle a fucking pandemic well, this is the problem. This is what you actually result in. Oh, God. Fuck dictators. Fuck them. Fuck. Like, this is the fucking craziest thing in the world. When you see that of the total worldwide cases, 85 million people, and that's probably unreported, 21 million are from the fucking US. Damn, that may even rival our prison system numbers. But anyway, guys. Oh, God. Whiny little bitch babies are just fucking crazy. Oh, man. Oh man. Yeah. And there are people that are actually trying to protect his ass. That's trying to protect his delusions. Like, why do you even put up with that shit? All because you want to be next in line for power? I'm looking at you, Ted Cruz, that a motherfucker will talk about your daddy as a Zodiac killer and your wife is ugly, but you're phone banking from his ass. Like, oh my God. No, and Lewis, I'm not what's up, Nanya? Lewis, I'm not saying that you are being like I don't want you to think that I'm saying that you're being disingenuous about asking that. It's the fact that we have to call this shit out. We have to belittle these motherfuckers and make them pay consequences for that. And the Georgia runoffs, like, to be honest, we need to rally around making sure that not only is it a national election, we need to make it a local election as well, because in the end, you get motherfuckers who I can't vote in Georgia because I live here in Illinois. And in some respects, every election is still local, but it's still fucking national. But the Democratic candidates in Georgia can't just say, well, we need to control the Senate. They actually have to attack the Republican opponents. Who is it? Purdue, who literally is so fucking careless with everything that now he has COVID. The insider trading, like the criminal shit that a lot of these fucking senators get away with, both Democrat and Republican. You want to push that shit, and you want to say that, hey, they're using their name to make money off of their fucking office. And that's where the Democrats, because they're doing some of the same shit that Republicans are doing and are bad, but they don't fucking win. That's why you see a lot of fucking Democrats that didn't win re-election or couldn't elect themselves, because they didn't want to tie the Republicans to Donald Trump. If they would have, they would have fucking won. We have evidence for that in the 2018 elections. Speaking of delusional people. So, I'll tell you guys a little story. One of the reasons why I got to more YouTube shit, because I was astonished that there are people that still believe that it's a no, he's not. You know what? Trump is better than Andrew Jackson or Pierce, who has a direct descendant, George W. Bush. But anyway, no, I'm really. If you can explain to me why Trump is, yeah, that's why I'm a lefty. I'm a progressive. I'm shit. In the most extremes, people may call me a sock dem. But I really want to be. I would really classify myself as a dim sock. That's just me. I don't know. A lot of the right wing politics or centrist bullshit, to me, just it doesn't make sense, because you spend so much time defending of which yours and why you're the best. It fucking you miss out on a lot of shit. But you know, everybody has different lived experiences. But what's funny is a lot of people don't want to live in the same reality as everybody else. Yeah, that wasn't the actual good thing. Old Hickory, he wasn't exactly the best president in the world. No wonder why fucking Donald Trump adores Andrew Jackson. Actually put his fucking picture in the White House, which is fucking. He said it. He was like he loved Andrew Jackson, and he was a racist piece of shit. Like, and not just the black folks. He was a genocidal maniac. It was like I'm sure PragerU is going to be doing a video on him because he was just great, you know, like Robert E. Lee. So let's talk about Odd TV. Odd TV. Oh God. Now if you've actually watched my channel, you know I actually have somebody on my channel called Jill, and Jill unironically sounds like Odd TV. Let's actually just play a video of Jill. Let's see if I can actually bring it up. Hold on, give me a second. Go to open a new tab. Let's listen to. Now they both ironically sound the same, and they have the same fucking cadence in their voice, and also both sound incredibly stupid. So let's go to my channel, and where is it? Oh God, I'm gonna have to look that up. So Lewis, thank you for actually looking at it, telling me about that. Let's go to a little bit of Jill right quick. Is he right here? Is he talking? Oh, wait. Now, the Associated Press is nonpartisan, correct? Bigger.
I have a map for you to see too.
Let's see. I want to get when he's talking a little bit more. Can you do me a favor? I need you to do me one big favor, okay?
Sure.
Can you look at?
Are you going to show me an electoral?
Actually, try to make it bigger.
I have a map for you to see too.
Wait. So if you catch that voice, that's how Jill sounds. One moment. Yeah, of course we saw that. Like that shit is fucking crazy. Yeah. He did anything for a laugh to get his name in lights in the 80s. But let's hear Odd TV. So I can't disassociate both of these motherfuckers because they're both stupid and they both sound alike. So let's hear Odd TV.
There's this one video where the actor is going around a corner and he is faded out before making it completely out of the viewer's sight.
Now, if you know anything about telecommunications and anything about the way, I guess, how things are done, this is just like a image issue with the camera, but he's going to make it a big thing. And let's hear all of his big evidence that space isn't real.
Let's not forget space bubbles.
Ooh, the conspiracy. I don't. God, fuck. God, like, does he? Okay. Okay. I'm breathing. Let's go. Okay, I can't stop it. No, stop. Like, fuck. There's debris in space. There's shit that flies around in space. Not everything is fucking tied down. There is debris in space, motherfucker. That's not a bubble. That's not perfectly rounded. Okay.
Dave Williams about to move out of the Quest airlock. Those particles that you see emanating from the airlock is said by the EVA officer Paul Baim in Mission Control to be particles of water from the crew's sublimators on their spacesuits.
And here's the thing, why do, these people know it would take more ingenuity to actually fake shit versus actually just doing it. They know that, right? I don't most of this shit was done before we had the marvelous green screen technology that we have now, or computer graphics that we have now. Wow. How? We don't have this technology to fake this shit. We don't.
A little bit there.
And you're not getting any explanation. You're just saying space bubbles. It can be debris. It literally. Well, it can just be what did he say was the water condensation from the spacesuits. Let's continue.
So many times during spacewalks outside the International Space Station, we can see air bubbles rising up. Can you touch on how there are air bubbles in space?
Can you be more specific? Air bubbles?
So yeah, a lot of times during the NASA footage, you can see bubbles coming up out of the helmets or kind of from underneath you. How do you explain bubbles in space?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, and it just...
Okay. So, this is the thing. This is the fucking thing. This is how bubbles look in water. This is how it looks in water. This shit right here is how it looks in water. But they've gotten so good technology that it happens in space. Not in this way, but little particles flying off. As if space, which is a vacuum, doesn't mean it's fucking empty. But let's continue.
This happens that actors train in an underwater tank. NASA tells us that the Earth is photoshopped because it has to be.
Oh my God. How many times do they have to make this point? You can't capture in the cameras that go around the Earth cannot capture the Earth in full distance and in full view in the distance that they are in. Photoshop is just image processing when they're stitching together shit. I don't understand. Fuck. No fucking science. And oh God. And let's look at this picture. Let's look at this picture. Let's hear him talk about this picture.
It is photoshopped, but it's has to be.
Then
there was another layer to sort of simulate the atmosphere.
And then there's this little bright spot.
It's called the specular highlight. So it's the reflection of sunlight off of water.
Those are the pieces, but you can't just slap them all together.
It just didn't look realistic. It looks kind of flat, or the clouds are sort of too see-through. So I just hit Command Z a lot.
There's artistry to creating the world.
What I imagine it to be. Unfortunately, I'm...
Wait. How is this fucking clip? How is this clip? And people actually believe this shit. This is so fucking clipped. How? This is just deceptive editing. It's almost as if they're trying to make it as two people talking. No, these are two different conversations. How? How do people believe this shit? You know why they believe this shit? Because they need to actually believe that there is something big. Like, it's the conspiracy. It's the shit where you see it, not saying it's from the exact same place, but it's the shit that motherfucking people that believe in a global conspiracy of the globalists, which is really JQ questions, that they're so big and powerful that they can hide the truth even of the shape of the fucking world. But they're so stupid that they get caught speaking on open mics. Now I get it. Like, fuck. Like, if you had a leader like Trump, which did kind of win the presidency, but he's shown nothing but incompetence. Only second to the incompetence of the Democratic Party in the 2016. But he's not showing some master stroke of leadership and manipulation. No. So why do you think there's some big global conspiracy of people that are too fucking smart to are so fucking smart to control the world, but aren't smart enough to actually, be quiet about shit? But let's continue.
I'm not an astronaut. I've never been to space.
Some NASA actors say that you can totally see stars when you're in space.
Whilst in space, have you ever looked away from Earth into the black void?
Yeah.
All
because
the
you
time.
can see. Because you can see the stars.
Oh yeah.
And pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
Yeah. It's not a black
cool
void.
thing.
I mean, it's black, but there's all kinds of little polka dots.
There's all the stars there, and the cool thing is about it, you can see it during the day.
Yeah, you can, and there's more than stars. You can see planets. You can see moons.
You see the gas. Magellan clouds of the Milky
you
Way
see
galaxy.
The Magellanic clouds.
Magellanic. See, I just wanted the Magellan
there's a large
clouds.
one
I
and
didn't
a
want
small one, right?
Yeah.
And then you can see the zodiacal light.
Whoa. But the NASA actors from 1969 say that you can't see the stars in space.
We were never.
Wait, what? Let's
Never able to see stars from the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the moon by eye without looking through the optics. I don't recall during the period of time that we were photographing the solar corona what stars we could see.
Wait, he didn't say that you couldn't look at it. He literally says that you had to have a special visor. How did you not, like, how? Oh, God. Fuck. What's up, LG?
I remember seeing any.
You can see the stars.
Oh, yeah.
And pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing any.
NASA says that we can't leave low Earth orbit.
Okay. So, look at this fucking phrase right here. We can't leave low orbit because of the solid firmament where the stars are located. So it's just about religion. It's the fact that you reading a fucking 2,000-year-old book put together by goat farmers and shit in one small little corner of the fucking earth. Because that book that didn't know shit about science says this. It's true, right? Because religion. Now, NASA didn't say we can't leave low Earth orbit. We fucking send shit out in space all the time. We actually had a fucking motherfucking satellite that impacted with comet not too long ago. The Chinese Space Agency, for everybody who thinks that motherfucking it's a global conspiracy, but they hate China because reasons and shit. They literally have the Chang'e fucking probe on the fucking moon. But no. All right, global enemies who you guys said God King Emperor Trump actually said that is our enemies. They're working as a conspiracy against us. A conspiracy with us against the normal public. What the fuck now?
Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go.
The kinds of technologies that we're testing out on space station are definitely helping us with our goals of going beyond low Earth orbit.
Early in the next decade, the set of crewed flights will test and prove the systems required for exploration beyond low Earth orbit.
And
so, okay. This shit is actually taken completely out of context. So, guess what you guys are doing right now? You guys are watching me on a video. Now, the video that you're watching me on is transmitted through a camera, through a digital signal. Digital signal. You know what fucks up digital signals? You guessed it, radiation. It fucks it up royally. There's a thing called an EMP that distorts electronics. Modern electronics. You know with no, I'm not, trust me. You know what we went to the moon on? Fucking vacuum tubes. We did. We went to the moon on vacuum tubes and analog connections. That's what happened. That's how we literally went to the moon. Over shit that literally was hard to reset because the reason of electromagnetism. Now, because we have digital signals, they're more susceptible to radiation. But let's continue.
this is really the beginning, I think, of human beings leaving low Earth orbit.
One thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth.
One thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth.
Just because you... Oh, God. Just because you play it in a slowdown fucking version. Just because you play it in a slowdown version doesn't mean that it's... God, context is fucking important. Oh, God. And this phrase right here. NASA lost the advanced 1960s technology that took the man to the moon. They didn't fucking lose it. It's still in fucking museums. We know where it's at. But the technology that we use right now is light years ahead of what we used in the 60s. But it is more susceptible to motherfucking radiation. That's just a thing. But let's fucking let this video finish.
NASA tells us that they lost the 1960s technology that took us to the moon.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
The ultimate destination is Mars. See, if you gave me all the money in the federal budget today, I could not get a human to Mars.
I think that what you're doing is taking a shot in the dark. You have no way of knowing if any commercial entity will ever be able to put a man in orbit, no matter how much money you throw at them. What you're doing is you're taking NASA's manned space program and making it a faith-based initiative. I yield the rest of my time.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, no, like, flat earthers kind of hurt my head because it's cherry picking. It is so cherry picking because they never want to take the totality of the data and actually put this shit together and say, like, why do they say we lost the technology? Why is that how they determine it? Is it that the fucking space shuttles are lost to time, which we fucking have them? We literally have the space capsules. Is it that we don't have radios anymore? Oh, we have radios, but we work on a completely different... Like, these are the people that are using cell phones, but couldn't explain how cell phones work. Couldn't understand how different things work. And they said because we don't understand it, it's magical. Almost as if that's how people wrote about shit in the Bible. It's fucking crazy to live outside of reality where we actually have proof that shit happened. We actually have proof that people went to the fucking moon. And if you want to say it's incredulous that people went to the moon, we literally have it where it would cost more to fake the shit versus, I don't know, just fucking doing it. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway. Oh, man. This shit is fucking crazy. So. I just don't get it. Like, I get believing in shit where you may have some evidence, but if it takes you to actually just, I don't know, like, what's up, Vegeta? If it takes you just to cherry pick the hell out of some evidence in order to say, did it, got it, this is the lie, then it's kind of fucking crazy. And well, let's just go on to the next fucking video. So now that Vegeta is in the chat, I'm gonna go to his favorite person to watch me talk about. That's right, Vegeta. Vegeta, here we go for you. It's your boy Gonzalo Laura. Let's hear him talk about why he hates his dad.
Parents so much? Because we do. We in the West, young people in the West, I mean, anybody under the age of, say, 60 really hates his parents' guts, or else is just indifferent to them. They're these pleasant strangers that we kind of like ignore, or sometimes.
Wait. Is this what? Oh my God. Do you hate your parents too? Let me see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Oh shit. Let's see. Team 4-star. Is it there? Wait. Let's see.
Go ahead and mock me, friend. You.
Let's see if I can find it.
Is beaten to near death.
I can't find it. Oh fuck.
Now that we're done here.
I can't find it. But it's the classic scene where Piccolo is actually trying to talk to Trunks. And he's like, hey, do you hate your dad too? It's like, the fuck? Why? why do you think that somebody hates their father or is indifferent to their parents? The fuck?
Sometimes we sort of like look at them indulgently, but we don't really take them seriously. It's one of those things. But most of all, it's hatred. Hatred, not in the visceral sense of like, oh, I hate your guts. No, no, no. In that slow burning sense, in that sense that's more like contempt. Yeah, we really do look at our parents with contempt in the West. We most certainly do. Because we look at our parents and we all recognize what we see. We see weakness.
He's a fucking sociopath. Oh my God. Coach Red Pill is a sociopath. Wait, what? You look at your parents and see weakness? Coach, you got kids.
We see arbitrariness. And most important of all, we see people who did not teach us the key lessons that we needed to get through life. Let me tell you a story. You tell me if you've heard.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What did your parents teach you? Oh God. Oh God. Let's hear his story.
Heard this movie before. Tell me about these parents. You might have known these parents. Maybe these parents were yours. Where the parents, the mother and the father, they wanted to be your friends. They wanted to be your pals. You know, and they said self-consciously, "Oh, I'm friends with my kids. Oh yeah, I'm real friends. We talk about stuff. I tell them my problems. They tell me their problems. I tell them my problems. You know, at work or in the bedroom or the problems I'm having with my marriage to their mother or father. And they tell me."
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, his parents would tell them the problems they're having in the bedroom? Wait, what? Wait, what? How? What the fuck is wrong with this guy? His parents will tell them the problems that they were having in the bedrooms with his mother. Yeah. No, like, yeah. Oh God. It's never a weak parent that will cause their children to hate them. It's usually, wow. But let's continue.
Tell me their problems at school or college or whatever. We're pals, yeah. How many times have you heard that story? Do you know such people? Are those people your parents, huh? Yeah, those parents who wanted to be friends, huh? What the hell is that all about, huh?
Oh, stop saying huh! Stop! Stop, motherfucker. Stop. Or we will introduce you to asphyxiation in Minecraft. But let's continue.
Like we were all away in a sleepover camp or something like that. You know, some summer camp, you know, and we're all buddies. No, they're parents. They're supposed to do two things. They're supposed to give us love, unconditional love, on the one hand. And on the other hand, teach us about limits.
Wait, wasn't he one the fucking also says that parents or women love their children too much? Wait, what? How do I keep better track of his videos of what he says than he does? And I have disdain for the motherfucker. How does he...
The limits of our behavior, about those behaviors that are acceptable and those that are not. Yeah, the love part, that was easy, you know. Coddling kids, that was the easy part. But the teaching of limits, that was the hard part. And especially with fathers. Because either the father wasn't there, you know, because a single mother, you know, divorced, what have you, whatever. Or the father was around, but he was a weakling. He didn't impose limits on his kids. And why would a parent, a father especially, impose limits on his kids? Because he's teaching the kid about the wider world.
You ever think that he had a very dysfunctional childhood? Like, he may have had a almost like in issue where for all of my people who watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, you ever think like he had a parent like Ozai, but instead of it being the father that was a strong one, that the mother was actually strong? And this is fucking armchair psychiatry, and I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. But you ever think like his disdain from women may have been because his mother was just like really, really hard on him and really pushed him, and his daddy was a pushover? Like, you ever thought about that? Like, Wow. Like you are getting so much into this man's fucking ideology about how parents should actually treat their children, and wow, let's hear this shit. I'm sorry.
That wider world out there, outside the window. That wider world where if you cross a line, you'll get punished. And that punishment can be a fine, it can be jail, or it can be a loss of your business or the destruction of your career, or whatsoever the punishment.
Or maybe if you get kicked out of college because of an incident that you had, of a bad sexual encounter that you had with a woman. Oh, fuck, wait. Damn it. Nobody taught Coach Red Pill that shit, right? And, like, my whole thing is, I have a 13-year-old daughter, and I am not going to sit back and say, if you do this, you get the strap. No. The fact is, you are examples to your children instead of forcing somebody to say, because I said so. You do this because I said so, damn it. Or else you get the strap. It's so fucking almost religious in tone. Like, oh, I'm your God. If you don't listen to me, we're going to get sent to hell. It's just like, no, that only creates sociopaths that only do shit because they don't want to get punished. Versus explaining the reasons why you want us good behavior. But let's continue.
It may be, but out in the real world, that's what happens. And so a parent, a father, is supposed to teach that, is supposed to teach the notion that there are lines all over the world, limits, and on one side of those limits, it's acceptable. But on the other side of those limits, there's going to be punishment. And these fathers, if they were around, they never imposed any kind of punishment. Oh, no. They'd say, oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, please. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, fine. Do it. But don't do this next line. Don't cross the second line or else I'm really going to be upset. And it's going to be time out for you, young man. Oh, you did it again. Oh, come
Wait. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Wow. You actually... Is this his therapy? Is this shit his therapy? For real? Wow. Wow. When did this come out? Oh, wow. Okay. Shit.
Come on. Okay, fine. And you see my point. These milquetoast weakling fathers, if they were around, of course, they didn't stick to any kind of limit. Or, as happened to me, as a matter of fact, you'd have these...
Called it. This is about him. But let's continue.
Fathers who were insecure, overwhelmed by their responsibility, and therefore they were arbitrary in the limits that they would impose. Yeah, this is my old man, okay? And this is something that I saw with a lot of other guys in different countries, by the way. These were men.
Oh, God. Damn it. Hypothesis confirmed. These videos are his fucking therapy. God damn. Like, if you're a Coach Red Pill fan and you happen upon my video, please know that all the insecurities and all the weakness that he is projecting on a lot of people, that's the shit that he actually feels inside. Wow. He feels that his daddy didn't set limits for him. That's why you see this bad behavior from Gonzala. That's why you see, I don't know, a story that he may have been kicked out of college for a sexual escapade that people said that, hey, he was kind of forceful and didn't exactly address a consent issue. But I don't know the fuck. Whew. Let's do this.
And who were overwhelmed by their responsibilities. They couldn't handle all of the responsibilities that they were subject to. And so what would happen was that they would have no problem in imposing any kind of punishment on the kid. And a lot of times they'd mark a line that if you did this, you get into trouble. But all of a sudden, for no clear reason, for an arbitrary reason, for really a desire to punish the kid, they changed the line. And all of a sudden you'd find yourself on the wrong side of the line and you get punished arbitrarily. And you were like, but I did what you told me to do. But no, they changed the line because what they really wanted to do was take out their frustration on the kid.
Hate the smugness in this shit. Like, got it. Like, it's always this smug shot, like, in every video that he has, that he's just smug as shit. And let me just go ahead and let's go ahead and capture that shit. There we go. And we'll save that for later. Oh God, let's continue.
I saw that in myself, with my own old man, and I saw that with other guys and their fathers who were essentially little men. It didn't really matter insofar as their socioeconomic level, because some of these guys, and in my own experience, some of them, many of them, were very high up the socioeconomic ladder. Yeah, I'm talking CEOs and stuff like that. But their frustrations, their inability to handle their frustrations in their day-to-day job or whatnot, and they would take it out on their kid by changing that line. They were never one line. It was always like, you never knew where you stood, and the line kept shifting. Yeah, and a lot of guys...
So, and this goes back to what Vegeta was saying in the chat. It's almost as if you're setting an arbitrary line, and you're saying, well, if you don't do this, you'll get hit, you'll get beat, instead of actually explaining what the problem and the behavior actually is, or actually, you know, setting an example. Like, no, I just want to beat my kid. No wonder why you hate your dad, Coach Redfield. Like, my father was an incredible asshole, but I had so much respect for him because he never just like, I'm gonna whoop your ass just because reasons. And my father was literally a drunk, but he sat down to take the time to explain shit to me. He actually admitted his faults, and he says, "Hey, I want you to be better than this. And here's the reason why." But to sit back and just say like, "Oh fuck, my dad just like arbitrarily just smacked the shit out of me," like. No wonder why Coach Redfield hates his father. The thing, dog, here's the thing, Gonzala. It's not universal. I don't hate my parents. I don't have contempt. I don't have, if anything, I have respect. And there's a lot of shit that I do for my mother because my father has already died. Because my parents taught me to help out people who need help. Not just because, oh, she's my mother and I fucking have to do it. Like, no, my parents taught me when there is somebody that needs help and you have the ability to help, you help them. Regardless of who they are. But, you know, your parents taught you, your father, from what you're saying, because he's a weak man, taught you arbitrarily just find a reason to smack somebody around. But hey, let's continue.
Guys who suffered that kind of parenthood, that kind of arbitrariness from the point of view of the old man who would like constantly shift lines and inflict punishment almost at random, which it really was. A lot of those guys wound up with disheveled lives, basically, you know, drugs and problems and getting into trouble because...
Does he realize that, like, he also has issues that... he doesn't, like... I know the Dunning-Kruger effect is a thing, but like, dude, like, how the fuck, how don't you realize that this is fucking destructive? How don't you realize that this is actually fucking hurtful? Let's go.
They grew up in a household with a father who didn't have the one line. I recognize that this is a minority case. I recognize.
So, one of the things that, like, and just judging by how Coach Redfield presents shit, something tells me that this isn't just a, like, wandering line. Even though, like, I never want to actually discount the account of an abuse victim, because Coach Redfield is actually admitting right now that he was an abuse victim. But also, it's kind of a story of an unreliable narrator as well. Like really, again, does your father have to tell you that, hey, you should always get consent, you shouldn't treat people like shit? Like, is that a wavering arbitrary line? Like, I don't know. Something tells me that that coloring that your brain does when you also always go back and look at shit, So something tells me that I mean, like, just by, and again, I don't want to disbelieve an abuse victim because he is admitting right here. He is admitting right now that he is an abuse victim. I never want to dispute that, but also, like, it is Coach Red Pill, so he's not exactly completely forthcoming on you know, being a reliable narrator.
That the majority case was the weakling father. The weakling father where the line pretty much didn't exist, okay? And so what happened was that we grew up and we found ourselves out in the wider world and we discovered that there were real consequences to crossing some line. And we hadn't really learned that lesson, that if you cross a line, not necessarily just breaking the law, but doing things that other people didn't particularly like, there would be consequences. We didn't learn that lesson. And in many cases, we learned it way too late.
But wait. I learned that lesson, dog. I learned that lesson. I fucking learned that lesson. And there were some lessons that I actually was taught that I didn't really accept until I actually faced bigger consequences. Like, I just, because I thought that I knew better. But, yeah. But that doesn't mean that lesson wasn't taught to me. How do, like, don't you get that shit? But let's continue.
We learned that there were true consequences, real consequences to our actions. And our fathers did not teach us that lesson. And as we grew older and realized the deficiency, the lack in our parents, and the fact that they had not taught us these things, it just created enormous resentment in our hearts. Enormous resentment and contempt for our parents. Something like hatred. I think the part that we hated the most, though, is this notion that we had to be friends with our parents, and that we had to listen to their problems. Have you ever heard of anything more absurd than that? I have.
Wait. I'm sorry. Did he just say that? Did he really just say that? He shouldn't have to listen to his parents' problem. Which, you know, in fucking cases where a child, a literal child, shouldn't have to address a parent's problem. But if you're a young adult or an adult and your parents are actually trying to teach you something of empathy and trying to speak about how you should, I don't know, learn how to relate to people other than just them telling you what to do and you're just following it blindly, but you actually have empathy for people, that's not a issue, dog. Like, that is, dude, you sounding like a sociopath, man. My friend, Coach Red Pill, you're sounding like a sociopath. But let's continue.
Two small children, 5 and 7. I wouldn't dream of telling them. Most, though, is this notion that we had to be friends with our parents, and that we had to listen to their problems. Have you ever heard of anything more absurd than that? I have 2 small children, 5 and 7. I wouldn't dream of telling them about my problems. That we had to be friends with our parents, and that we had to listen to their problems. Have you ever heard of anything more absurd than that? I have 2 small children.
I pray for those children. And I'm not even a religious man. I pray for those children. I literally have so much concern. It's the same level of concern I have for Alex Jones kids. Like, no, like, fuck no. Motherfucker, like, ooh. I almost said I hope both of those are boys, but then again, like, do we need another motherfucker like this? And oh god, fuck. Let's continue.
5 and 7. I wouldn't dream of telling them about my problems. And even if they're older, even if they're teenagers, you know, if they're 15 and 17, or 25 and 27, or even 35 and 37, I would not tell them about my problems. No, they're too young. Okay, they'll always be too young. They're going to be my children forever. They're always going to be too young to hear my problems, and certainly not.
Mom, baby boy. The fuck? Wait, what? How? Coach Red Pill seems like the guy that would be ready to lose his home on a fucking idiot ass reverse mortgage scheme and not tell his kids because he is too proud to let them know that, hey, daddy fucked up. Wow. Fuck. Wow. How does he not see this shit?
The serious problems. And that was the thing that I found shocking. I remember clearly back in 82, clearly the mother of a friend of mine complaining to both of us about her husband, my friend's dad, about how he wasn't satisfying her. I heard this. This was in 1982 in Miami. I remember it clear as day in an upper middle class neighborhood. And my friend sort of like just shrugged it off, kind of like embarrassed. And I was kind of like, holy cow, you know? And this kind of conversation happened all the time.
Wait, how old is he? So, if he's like 52, 30, I was born in 82. I'm 38, about to be 39. That was... So wait, he was in his late teens? Wait, you had a hot motherfucking MILF telling you that, haha, your dad, like, your friend's mom isn't satisfying me? She wanted you to fucking bed her. And I hope he was in his late teens. Like, let's just be honest. I hope he was in his late teens. But yeah, no. Fuck. How, like, how do you miss that shit? God damn. Fuck, let's continue.
Where the parents thought that the kid was not their kid, but their friend. I don't know about you, but I wanted a parent who was somebody I could respect. Not somebody that I'd pal around with. Not somebody who I'd have to listen to as they threw all their problems on my lap. What the hell is that all about?
He is literally saying, I don't care about the little people's problems. I don't care about your little people and your little problems. Fuck. Wow. Fuck. Let's continue.
But our society has sort of like encouraged parents to act this way, to be pals with their kid, which is insane. I mean, it's the height of irresponsibility. Forget about not teaching a kid about the limits of the world and how behavior, actions have consequences, which they fail to do, of course. But this notion that you had to be the emotional support of the parent, I mean, what kind of insanity was this?
Wow. Huh. Wow. Wow. This is just sad right now because, like, he is really making it seem like that when it comes to filthy, yucky emotions, like, how dare a parent actually tell a child that something is bothering them? You should only set limits by violence and not empathize with your children because reasons. I feel sad for Coach Red Pill's kids, but let's continue.
And this was promulgated, encouraged, fomented at every level of society. It was deemed to be healthy. It was deemed to be healthy for a grown-ass adult to inflict his or her emotional problems on a child. Jesus.
See, and this is the thing that kind of gets me because he's going back and forth. And this is like a tactic. And I'm sorry, and I have to do a little bit of educational breakdown. So instead of saying, well, it's a child, then he switches it to just the child of the parent, and then he's switching it to little kid. It's like, dude, like at certain points when you become a certain age, you should be able to share what is bothering you with your child, and your child should actually be able to share that with you. It's developing empathy. It's actually developing a way of your children to understand that they can come and talk to you about a problem that they're having. Now, I admit there's a certain age that you should not be bothering your children with that fucking issue, but you shouldn't also, even at certain ages, you shouldn't also not pretend that shit isn't wrong. You shouldn't actually build inside of your kids that no, you should always show a strong face because reasons. Because that shit is toxic. Because it actually sets a precedent for kids to actually not be emotional aware of things that are fucking with them. But the way Coach Red Pill is actually saying, and he even said it, even if my kid is 25, 35, they shouldn't know my problems. That's fucking dangerous, and that's fucking unhealthy. But let's continue.
Christ. I mean, really, I mean, just Jesus Christ, huh? But I don't have anything to say to that, you know? You could blame it on the 60s, you blame it on the 70s, blame it on whomever, you know? Blame it on this guy, that guy. George Soros did it, or the Bilderberg Group. I don't know. I don't know who's to blame. I don't know where this decision was arrived at, this collective decision of our society, where by the parents would use their kids as emotional crutches. And so is it any kind of surprise that we, the adult children of these parents, look at them with contempt? Huh? Is it any surprise? I mean, come on. You look at somebody who acted this way and you're like, what the hell is your problem? Huh?
Dude, what the hell is your problem? Like, how do you not, like, dude, like, this is just sociopathic. Like, how dare you, little person, burden me with your fucking issues? How dare you? But let's continue.
I don't want to have anything to do with you. No way. Mm-mm. And then these parents, though, on the other hand, they're kind of like shocked. They're kind of like, I did everything right. I did everything that I was supposed to. I mean, I want to be able to conclude this video. I want to be able to conclude this video, but I guess I'm not able to because, you see, all I see is just the disaster of Western parenthood, of the Western parenting style. It's just a complete disaster. And we who are left in the aftermath of this, we have nothing going for us. And on top of that, the worst part of it all is that we don't quite know how to parent our own children now. Because we recognize that the parenting style that we were the victims of, I mean, I hate to use the language of victimhood, but there it is.
No, Coach Red Pill, you don't hate to use victimhood because motherfuckers do it all the time. My parents didn't raise me right. Now I don't know how to treat my kids right. Well, time to smack them around a couple of times, right? Fuck. How the fuck? Oh my God. Oh my God. Mind you, he says, I don't know how to end this video right with 5 more motherfucking minutes to go. Well, let's continue.
This parenting style is not one that we want to repeat with our own children. Oh, no. No, 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 no. In my own case, I've made up my mind that I'm not going to be like my parents at all. On the one hand, I have clear limits with my kids, and they never move. I make it a point to always be as even-keeled as possible, and to have a line that never wavers insofar as the kid is concerned. This side is okay, this other side, no, you're going to get punished. And the punishment, it's going to be swift, and it's going to be disagreeable for you, but it's going to be fair, okay?
Yes, because human beings always operate in dichotomies. Yes. There are no such things as growing or expanding as a person. Like, wow. Fuck, wow. How does he not see this as more damaging? How? Let's continue.
And it's going to be measured, and it's going to be appropriate to the infraction, okay, on the one hand. And on the other hand, I've made it a point that I'm never going to inflict on them my own problems. Rather, all I'll do is just give them as much love and attention as possible. And whenever they call me, I say, yes, I'm coming, every single time. Because ultimately, that's what children need. They need a parent who will be there all the time. But not a parent who will be there when it's fun for them.
Wait, didn't he just say that you give your kids too much love, that's a problem? Didn't he just say that shit? Like, this is in the same video, right? This is what... Oh my God. I just had an aneurysm from how stupid that shit sounds. Fuck. How? Okay. Fuck. Let's continue.
Lots of times my kids call me over when it's fun for them and it's going to be hell boring for me. I go there anyway. My daughter, she's drawing something that's going to be really tedious. I go. You know, my kid, he's obsessed with some little robot toy that he has. You know, he wants to grow up to be a robot. What can I say? He's 5. Yeah, I go. We play this robot.
Oh God, he has a daughter. Oh God, he has a daughter. Oh. And it's not like, does he see the sociopathic shit that he's saying? He's like, he is lit. Oh wow. He's saying these petty little people and they petty little problems don't matter shit to me. Like literally, like wow. I am literally like, I was gonna go back and play God of War 2018. I'm gonna have to get this clip for this motherfucker. Because, oh wow, he is literally saying, I don't care about my parents' problems. I don't care about my kids' interests. I just care about me, and I pretend like. And if they bother me so much, I turn to fucking hatred. Like, wow.
But sometimes I try to steer the play into directions that I find more fun. Like for instance, with my son, I like to do like wrestling. You know, that's a lot more fun, and he enjoys it, right? And with my daughter, you know, I try to steer it in slightly different directions as well that are going to be more enjoyable for the both of us. Usually like hide and seek and that kind of game that I find more fun, and she finds fun too, and so we go in that direction. But you see my point. I try to give them my complete attention, but I never allow my problems to become their problems. I never let them shoulder, or I never demand of them to shoulder the burdens that are properly mine.
Wait, what? You just said you manipulate your kids to play how you want them to play? But then in the same fucking breath, you say, well, no, I never, like, being bored because you have to play with your kids is a fucking problem. And I'm not saying it is an overall problem, but it's a problem to you. And you're actually trying to shift the way things go, because why are these petty little people bothering me when I'm trying to do something else, or this shit isn't holding my attention? Like, does he not see this shit? Like, I don't fucking get it. Does he not see this shit? How fucking narcissistic that shit is. Like, wow. Fuck. Wow.
And insofar as my own parents, well, I cut them off. I don't have any use for them. I don't have any use for them because as I've gotten older, I've looked back on the times when they were my age or younger, which I remember, of course, because, you know, when, I don't know, when they were 50, as I am today, I'm 52, I was, 27, 30 something, okay, around that age, okay? And so I remember their behavior. I remember when they were young, when I was a boy, and their behavior. And the older I've gotten, the less I forgive. The older I've gotten, the more contempt I have for them. And I bet that it's something that's happening to you too. But the older you get, the more you look back on your own parents and you say, you know, they were so pathetic. They were so pathetic. Why couldn't they have been better? And I don't really have an answer. I really don't. I wish I did. I wish I could say that there was something in the water, you know, or something in the air, but I don't know. Parents seem to know what the hell they were doing back in the 30s and 40s and 50s. But then in the 60s, you know, it took a left turn. And then the 70s and 80s, which is the time I grew up in, the parents were pathetic. And the more I remember of that time, the more I look back on that time, the more I look at those parents with contempt, behaving in ways I never would have dreamed of. And I guess the reason I'm making this video, you know, if for no other reason, is to say that you watching this, you who perhaps share my certain feelings about parents, well, you're not alone. And I think that we did get the raw end of the deal, and the best that we can do, really, the only thing that we can do, is make sure that we don't make the same mistake with our own kids.
Okay. Ooh, wow. Coach Redpill, then you have nothing to worry about because most of your audience are incels and MGTOWs, and they're not going to have any kids anytime soon. So, yeah, you don't have to worry about that. But wow. Wow. That was enlightening. Wow. How did that fucking happen? Wow. Shit. I don't have words. Wow. So, yeah, we've actually learned that, like, a lot of these videos are Coach Redpill's kind of like his whole therapy session because, wow. I can't. I want to shit on the man, and maybe it's because I'm a bleeding heart lefty, but it's like, it sounds like he was a victim of abuse, and like, I would wish that he wouldn't try to pass this behavior along to other people, but like, wow. I have some, I wouldn't say empathy. I wouldn't say empathy, but I do have some pity for this man, this very sad man. And wow, I'm gonna have to distance myself for this video just for a little bit. Wow, that was different. Wow. So yeah, wow. How is everybody doing in the chat? I want to thank you guys for watching. If you can, subscribe, like, share, follow whatever platform that you're on. You guys are the reason why I do these videos, because quite frankly, I want to make sure that you guys are. I want to make sure that you guys are, you know, I bring my point. Now you can come in the chat and have a disagreement with me. That if you have that concern with some of the things that I've say, I don't have no problem. By the way, you can always join in my Discord, which the link is actually in the description. So yeah, thank you for watching. By the way, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday and Sunday. Mostly Saturdays and Sundays in the afternoon. But Monday and Wednesday around 7-ish o'clock, 7:30, which you guys can actually watch. And Sunday usually in the early afternoon. And yeah, so let's get to the final video of the night. And this is actually a doozy. Yeah. I don't even just know how to actually address this, but I'm just gonna show this picture. Yeah, you see the title correctly. Wow. Wow. Actually, just looking at it right now, besides the obvious title, I may actually have to keep this picture as a reference point of actually how to draw it. My artist brain actually works kind of weird sometimes. But actually, this is a great pose, and I may actually have to look at trying to like practice this pose. But anywhere it goes, let's listen to the tales from the MGTOW.
Guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. This is Joker, and this is not fake news. Tonight we're going to talk about. Can you believe we're only 2/3 of the way through 2020?
What's up, Ziggurat?
This has been the longest decade. 2020 is the longest decade I've ever lived through in my entire life, and we're only 2/3 of the way through it. And the worst thing is I think the worst third, at least for guys and gals here in the United States, and people in Belarus. Like I think the worst is yet to come. So tonight we're gonna.
Now this was done. This video was originally done on September the 5th. Was he talking about the election? Was he talking about the election? Was he talking about the election? Huh? What was he? Fuck. Let's go.
We're going to talk about a story that, number one, I hope you appreciated my thumbnail. I tried very hard to make that bottle of Elmer's glue look legit, like it was on the couch with her. But we're going to talk about the story because, number one, it's a crazy story. But number two, most importantly, or more importantly, I should say, it will show you the lengths that people will go through to get away with a lie. And what was to be accomplished? Was it money? Was it winning a trip around the world? What did she gain out of this? Nothing. Maybe a little bit of revenge. I think that was enough because there's certainly there's nothing else she could have gotten out of this. And the third
So here's the thing, and he's setting all this preamble to actually set up and to actually convince his already gullible audience that women lie. Women try to get men, and like you actually see from the thumbnail of what this actual story would actually be. And let's make sure that we can hear his story and see exactly what is actually being said. But this sounds fucking disgusting in a sense where, like, if somebody would actually do it, like, use video evidence to use evidence to, I don't know. Let's hear the story. Let's hear it.
Part and the third takeaway out of this, and we'll talk about it when I read it in the article, is that a man that was supposedly did this and his brother, a witness, both said he didn't, and against a woman's word that he did. Well, her word alone stood up more, and only when CCTV, or closed circuit television, proved that she was lying was anything done. Now, can you imagine a situation where somebody does something like this, that glues her lip shut? She glues herself shut, and without that TV, she would have been toast. So let me read the heading here. She glued her lips shut as part of a plot to frame ex-boyfriend for kidnap. She was sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Wait. Oh my God. So I wanted to hear a little bit more of what he was going to say. But this whole thing of women are always believed, like, yes, like, for real, like, that's not a fucking thing, that there is always a belief that women are being violated or something like that, when we literally have data that most rape or assault cases go unpunished. We literally have that data. We actually see that it doesn't actually, it's not a thing. We see it. But Mr. Antidote Andy here says, see, look, women always believe, even when it's bullshit, and the only reason why they didn't go to jail is because reasons. We have undisputable evidence. Like, no, there are women that have been abused, that have been assaulted, and they don't fucking call the police because they know they're not gonna get justice. But let's hear Mr. Antidote Andy here and see what he's gonna say.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Yes, she glued her southern lips shut as part of a plot to frame her ex. A woman in Spain falsely claimed her ex absconded with her in front of her home on October 2016, leading him to spend several days in jail before CCTV footage revealed she had lied about it. Now again, without that, he might have been toast. Vanessa Gesto accused her ex-boyfriend, whom the Daily Wire will not name because he's innocent of the charges, outside of her home and then dumping her partially dressed elsewhere after pouring superglue into her. She told police that her ex-boyfriend abducted her in a black car. The ex-boyfriend was arrested and spent several days in jail before Gesto's lies were uncovered, the Daily Mail reported. CCTV cameras showed Gesto buying what police called an absconsion kit, including sharp kitchen utensils she used to slice herself from an Asian-run supermarket in Bembayre. And if you notice, yes, I'm dancing around the usual words that YouTube doesn't like.
So I just, like, okay, she pulled Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Like the fuck? Like, here's the thing. Like, here's the fucking thing. Maybe she's just ill. Maybe she has some mental deficiencies. It doesn't translate to every fucking woman. Like, anybody who engages in cutting themselves or sealing themselves up, maybe they have some fucking mental issues. Like, maybe. And, like, I mean, like, there's not some rash of women that's going around like, ha, we want to trap or accuse this guy. Like, that's not a thing, though. That's not. But let's continue.
An additional footage showed that the only vehicle that drove past the area where she claimed she was taken was a garbage truck, not the car she claimed her ex drove. So she went out and bought a kit that made it look like he had very bad plans for her and was going to harm her. In the meantime, he was nowhere in the area. His vehicle wasn't there. Thank goodness for CCTV. Or again, this guy might have been toast. But again, we talk about, hey, women will do some crazy things to blame a guy for something. And
oh my God. So here's the thing. They still have to go to court. And then there would have been investigations. And then there would have been evidence. Now, I don't know the burden of proof in Spain. But if it's like any most modern Western courts, there has to be beyond reasonable doubt. Now, it seems as if all of this evidence is coming up, some things in the woman's story weren't exactly, jiving, wasn't exactly fitting together well, that they actually went out for the evidence. Like, am I the only one that sees this shit? I know I used to watch a lot of Law and Order, and now I just think that was fucking propaganda because some of the shit in there just is not totally kosher. But I was younger. I was 15, 16 and watched a lot of Law and Order. But how do you not see this shit? That's to go back to science shit. The reason why science is actually more diligent in trying to be more explanatory than say religions, because science always goes to prove itself wrong. Now, to their credit, the police did do some additional investigation after they heard the original claim to try to prove if this incident was right. But Joker is going to take it as, aha, all women lie and try to get you locked up because they're pissed off at you. But let's continue.
And this believe all women, just that doesn't make sense. I mean, how many times do we have to go through this? A lot of you guys, some older guys will know this story, younger guys may not. But just do Duke lacrosse scandal, and it was a team of I think 5 Duke lacrosse players at Duke University who were blamed for doing something to a woman. One of them had and supposedly it happened at this time of night. One of them had a receipt from an ATM on the far side of town. So he could not have been there physically. They had the TV camera from the bank when people use the ATM.
Okay, Mr. Antidote Andy, but what about the mountains of evidence and the mountains of cases where a lot of these crimes go unsolved? But you think that's okay because you can actually pick 1 or 2 cases where somebody wasn't exactly truthful?
They get video of it. They had video of him. They had receipt of it, and they still charged him. I mean, there's a point where you say, if I cannot, if any defense I put forward is just not going to be believed, even with hard science, and a person's word, more specifically a woman's word, is going to hold up over that, there is only 100% safe bet.
Even as an example, the Duke lacrosse team, they didn't go to court. The charges were dropped before they even went to court because there was an investigation done. What part of that isn't he getting? But let's continue.
Avoiding women. Now, of course, this is why you also, red flag and check them for red flags when you're dating and things like that. But there's a certain point in time where you can realize, man, the deck is stacked so heavily against guys. They continue on. The Mail reported that on Thursday, Gesto was convicted in the Spanish city of Leon on 2 counts of making false police report. That's it. 2 counts of making a false police report. That is nothing. They need to come up with some sort of laws that are going to have a harsher penalty to people that are lying about this stuff.
Wait, what? Didn't he just say that she was sentenced to 10 years in prison? Okay, let's look. Woman. Not to a train. Oh, Daily Mail just popped up. The Sun, People, the Mirror. Oh wow. Let's go to the Sun, the Daily Mail first. So 10 years. She got 10 years for filing 2 false police reports. 10 years. 10 years. That's not exactly a light fucking sentence, motherfucker. 10 years in prison. 10 years in prison. 10 years. It's not a slap on the wrist. It's not. It was 10 years. What would you supposed to have her do? 20? 30? The death penalty? How is this a slap on the wrist? But let's continue. Really? There it goes. I need to get a new processor.
Because if he went away, man, I mean, that could have been an exceptionally long time. And again, without proof, the he said, she said stuff doesn't work. There's so many cases where this is being proven to be false. Anyway, they say she got sentenced 10 years, a lengthy sentence for a woman who made up a false claim against a man. Now, here's a key takeaway. Typically, women who falsely accuse guys of crimes, especially crimes of an adult nature, receive little to no punishment, especially in America.
But she did receive punishment. How does he not see this shit? And by the way, let's do unsolved. Not unsolved mysteries. Let's look. Oh, criminal justice system. Let's look at unsolved assault cases. A vast majority of perpetrators will never go to jail. Out of 1,000 sexual assault, 995 perpetrators will walk free. 230 are reported to the police. 46 reports lead to arrest. 9 cases get referred to prosecutors. 5 cases will lead to felony convictions. 4.6 would be incarcerated. That is a stunning amount. Now, let's look at actual property crimes. 619 out of 1,000 are reported to police. 167 are lead to arrest. 37 gets referred to prosecutors. 22 would lead to felony convictions, and 20 robbers will be incarcerated. Assault and battery charges of a non-sexual nature. Like, how do you not see this shit? These are literal statistics that we see. But women are just making it up, right? Women are just making it up. Fuck out of here. Let's continue.
It should worry you. And if any of you have fathers, brothers, sons, it should worry everybody about this stuff. Because if it continually gets worse, imagine what it's going to be like in another 10 or 20 years. They said prosecutors in the case, according to the Mail, requested Guesto be sentenced to 11 years and 8 months. In addition to her lengthy sentence, she was ordered to pay her ex-boyfriend €25,000, or which is about $29,000 US. The outlet further reported that Guesto's original lawyer, Amelia Esteban, cut ties with her former client after it emerged she tried to frame Ivan over the made-up 2016 crime. Now, here's great journalism for you. Here's great journalism. Who's Ivan, do you say? Well, they say up here, the Daily Wire will not name the ex-boyfriend because he's innocent. so they're not giving out his name. Down here, the outlet further reported the lawyer cut ties after she found out her client had tried to frame Ivan over the made-up. So we know at least the guy's name was Ivan.
How is that great journalism? Oh my God, like, that's sloppy. Fuck. Let's continue.
Great reporting, Daily Wire. I always believed Vanessa, and that's why I defended her. I feel humiliated and deceived. But you're supposed to believe them. Believe all of them, remember? This is the part that really bothered me. The brother of Guesto's ex maintained the falsely accused man's innocence, telling police from the minute of the accusations were lodged, his brother was sleeping when this supposedly occurred. Our mom spent days crying after he was arrested. Guesto was called the glue liar in Spain. And they wrap it up with this. The idea the woman could send an innocent man to prison for years solely so she could obtain compensation beggars belief, the judge said. Now, from my understanding, compensation beggars belief is basically like, it's the victim mentality of pay attention to me, woe is me, it's so horrible this happened to me. Everybody give me love and acceptance because this happened to me. That.
Okay, I'm done for the night, guys. I thank you guys for just this shit doesn't make fucking sense. He is literally spending fucking 10 minutes of the fucking video complaining that all men are just have it wrong. All men are just subject to be motherfucking accused by women and have their lives wrong, but complains about somebody playing the victim card. This shit is fucking unbelievable. This shit is so fucking crazy. Am I the only one that sees the shit? Like this whole thing about, men are just victims of the system, victims of being accused, and then shits on this shit. Like, wow, I don't even fucking know. Like, do these people, do these guys that does this red pill movement actually want men to have relationship with women, or do they just want to keep them all to themselves? That's a fucking serious question. Like, this whole belief that, like, women are bad and you shouldn't trust them. Like, who are men supposed to fuck? I'm just saying, like, you don't like, people like this don't like the gays and they don't want you to fuck women. Like, who are the men supposed to fuck? I don't know. Like, I tend to believe that, like, all people are great, but all people are shit. You know, that's just me. I know that sentiment isn't spread a lot, but, like, human beings are just, like, very, very fucking interesting creatures, and it's to blame on one specific gender, but one specific set of people, because you're fearful that, you know, something may be misinterpreted in the wrong way, or somebody may be lying. Dude, like, I just don't know. But anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody who's watched tonight. I want to thank everybody who's actually contributed with a comment. If you want to actually join the Discord, the link is in the description. Please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you guys for enjoying the stream. You guys have a good night. Peace.
What do you think that these executives are afraid you're going to do to white America?
Probably stop some racism.
Stop racism?
Yeah. I'm probably afraid of that, because then people don't hate each other, and people start talking to each other, and then they start talking to each other, they find out who's the problem.
Which is?
Greedy people.
Greedy people. I have a couple things I want to ask you there. Do you really think that some of the guys that you dealt with at NBC, no names, right? Because there's lawsuits for that too, that some of these guys really want to promote racism actively, or is it a subconscious?
I just think it's part of capitalism, is to promote racism, you know, right? In order to make things work. If you feel better because you're white and you can get a job, you use that. I mean, you know, I would.
Absolutely.
Say, I'm sorry, Jack, but shit, they say I'm white. I'm gonna use this.
Right, absolutely.
Get this job. I'm hungry, you know. But and that separates people. So they keep people separated, and that keeps them from thinking about the real problem. That's as simple as I see it. Probably it's not that simple, but.
Now, all right, you and I are about the same age, right? We're in our mid-30s. How long is it going to take before guys who think like you, and I say guys who think like me, people who don't want to have racism in the country, people who don't want to be oppressing any minority, whatever it is, sexual, whatever minority, really get into positions of power and can change things?
You can't get in a position of power, it seems, if you think like that. It seems that the only time you get in a position of power is if you're like the people that are in power. To me, I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, people that get to become executives become like the people that were already executives.
I don't know, maybe...
They go in with good intentions, but it eats them up. It's like a cesspool, you know, it just gets on you and it starts
eating. The system levels them.
Pretty soon it's all
gone. Is that
gone.
what a cesspool sounds like?
Yes.